Hello, I'm Alison and I'm standing here at Electric Picnic in Stradbally reporting for GreenMe.ie's, the sustainable lifestyle blog. Last year Electric Picnic launched a 5-year sustainability strategy in the hopes to lower the environmental impact that large festivals such as this one create. Through green initiatives and with the help of volunteers, tradespeople and attendees, it's hoped that the festival will lower its carbon and waste output. Electric Picnic was the only Irish festival to be awarded the Greener Festival International Award for its environmentally friendly endeavours. Let's see how Electric Picnic 2009 is getting on with their Green Crusade. I'm standing here with Jaina and JC and they're involved in the slow food movement, especially Slow Food Ireland and the youth movement of slow food. Can you tell me just what is slow food for people who have never maybe heard of it? Or
Slow food started in Italy about 25 years ago, started by a journalist called Carlo Petrini, who noticed that the real foods of Italy were being encroached on by manufactured foods. It spread like wildfire through Italy, Europe, and it ended up in Ireland about 12 years ago. Dorina Allen and myself started Slow Food here in Ireland. This then grew extremely fast. Everybody really understood. Here in Ireland we understand about food from the land and about food that is grown and produced by skilled farmers, skilled growers. All of this was a little bit endangered, perhaps, but by chain supermarkets, perhaps by manufactured foods that we all see on our street corners. And the obvious way to fight back is to feed people. So we feed people.
And JC, how did you become involved in the slow food movement?
So I trained in Ballymaloe with Dorina, and I got to meet Jaina through that and my involvement in slow food in East Cork. And I just felt that slow food, people maybe thought it was a bit exclusive, you know. So we felt that coming to Electric Picnic we could diversify a little bit, you know, broaden our demographic, which we have done, and we really, you know, people are taking to it a lot here, you know.
Yeah, how do you find the reaction to people? Do they want to find out more? Do you want to get involved?
You know, people come up and they see the food, and because maybe we have to charge a premium because we give producers as much as we can, people are interested to know why that premium is being charged. And once we explain that to them, they really understand it, and people appreciate that through your consumption you can make a difference to farmers around the country and producers around the country.
Recouped by the fact that on our farm in West Cork, small farm, we have 20 jobs. So big picture is it pays the country back.
So how would you suggest that people contribute? You know, how can people get involved themselves? Is it just buying locally and
ask where the food they eat comes from?
It's really scrutinising your consumption choices. You know, you have that power. Anytime you walk into a supermarket, you really have the power to ask where your food is coming from. You know, if you see the carrot and it comes from Kenya or it comes from, you know, most likely from Holland, why not just ask, why can't I buy a carrot from down the road? I prefer to do that, you know. Just be aware of the seasons and try and buy locally.
Well, thank you very much for speaking with us. Thank you. I'm here with Pat Lawless from Lawless Furniture. Pat, what are you working on at the moment?
We're making a pine dresser. This is the bottom of it now. We'll be making the top later on.
Okay, and what's it made from? I know it's made from wood, but can you tell us about the sourcing of your
native
wood?
Spruce. Native spruce, yeah. I got it in Ballyvourne in West Cork.
And can you tell me how Lawless Furniture is green? I heard you have an interesting story about your boat.
Yeah, well, we deliver to a shop over in Valentia Island. There's the pod. We deliver stuff over to them by boat. We sail over, and that's totally green. We walk to work because the workshop is behind the house. So, you know, just walk in for our dinner. We're very green that way. My son works with me. Okay,
and everything here is hand carved, is that right?
Yeah, and we'd use saws, electric saws and things like that, but it will be all hand and done, yeah. Like that, so.
Okay, thanks very much.
Okay.
Well, I have Ben and John beside me from Noisy Logs, and they're going to tell me what exactly Noisy Logs does and makes.
Well, we do sort of all sorts of woodworking equipment. We sort of demonstrate pedal-powered and hand-powered machinery processing. At the festival, we're going to be doing spoon carving, so people can come up and sort of follow through the process of kind of splitting a log and through the process of using this bandsaw behind us. Okay, now tell me about this saw. This saw makes your process incredibly green, doesn't it? Because it doesn't use any electricity.
No, it doesn't. No, we got an old bandsaw that's broken, and we just basically cogged it up and made it hand powered, and then it speeds up our process as well.
So how it works is you just turn the handle.
Just turn the handle, yeah, and it literally just makes the blade go around and makes a fun bit of noise as well. But yeah. So that's literally it. Yeah, we did have a pedal powered one, but we sort of reduced the size of it because we had a big bike to bring, and the bandsaw was even heavier and stuff like that. So. And
if people want to come along and make spoons with you tomorrow on Sunday, they can come at what time?
Yeah, they can come between 12 and 7. We'll be here all day. We're here all day today as well, so they can come down and make any sort of size shape spoon they want to. So.
I have Donal here from Dwellbeing, and he's going to tell me about what this lovely structure behind me is. What exactly is it?
This is called a yurt. They're the structures that the Mongolian nomads use for crossing the Gobi Desert. They were introduced probably to Ireland and the UK probably about 20 or 30 years ago as part of the sort of the New Age travellers, I guess, and since then they've started to really catch on.
And so you build them. Can you tell me where you source your material and exactly how it's made and what it's made of?
Yeah, sure. We coppice all the hazel and ash for the structure ourselves, some local woodlands down in Cork. The wall sections are made of hazel, and the roof section, or the wheel, is made from ash.
Okay. And what exactly are yurts used for?
Yurts are used for a whole variety of things, from people live in them as kind of temporary dwellings. They're also used as creative spaces or healing spaces, anything from massage to yoga to anything basically where we need an extra space that's kind of flexible. The really nice things about them is that they can be collapsed and moved, which is why they were used by the nomads off the Gobi Desert.
They're very environmentally friendly. Do you carve them by hand? I see someone hacking a tree.
In the background here you'll hear Mick and Sean just we use all hand tools. We don't use any power tools at all in the construction of them. And it's all basically what we're trying to do is start a resurgence in traditional skills. You know, we think that's really important to get people to start using their hands again and to preserve these skills, not just for kind of I guess preservation's sake, but also because we think it's really important that people actually keep doing it as well, you know. I have here Ted from Wildside. Ted, can you tell me what exactly Wildside is?
Wildside, we cook food for people who want it, but we have an ethos, and we cook using fire, and we only use free-range animals that most likely are from a very small farm where it's reared in traditional ways and they're not cramped. So here you have a woodside pig from just outside Middleton in County Cork. It's a saddleback and it's been reared outdoors, and they're the best. You can't beat the flavour. And you cook with wood, and it takes about 7 hours to cook an animal like that. Just cook slowly, 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 and people love it.